Watson's got the mic. He's the big dog king. Cover sports so sharp, it's a new river thing. Virginia Tech.
We are popping here on a Thursday night. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing well wherever you might be.
He's bringing it to you.
Big Dawg Pop episode number 4. Hit us up in the McClellan Chiropractic chat room. Anything that might be on your mind. A lot of stuff to get to. We'll talk some movie stuff. The Hollywood slop continues to be fed. It's funny to see some of the shills stand up for some of these movies. And we'll see who wants to join us here tonight. Anybody wants to jump on, let me know. We'll shoot you an email. Sorry, I'm sending emails right now as we go here. All right. Send stuff out to some of the regulars that we have here. So, you know, our last pop, counting all the rewatches and all those things, got about, in totality, about 750 views. That's pretty good for something that's just starting. All right, I'm going to turn the music off now. So welcome. How are you? How's everybody doing? We're going to talk about all sorts of things. We're going to talk about the fact that Supergirl has officially flopped. It's going to lose Disney about $250 million. The Odyssey has been ratioed in its latest trailer. Christopher Nolan, he's usually a slam dunk with moviegoers, has done a lot of very interesting choices with this casting and with the tone of that Odyssey movie, which is a great story. Homer's poem turned into an epic, but there's a lot of controversies surrounding it. So we'll get into some of that stuff as well. So we got a lot happening here on a Thursday night. Raining, and it's sunny for one moment, then it's raining. And right now we've got overcast skies here in Reiner. Dennis Van Pelt, the Radford University Hall of Fame baseball player, joining us. What's up, DVP?
Hi, how are you today?
Doing all right, man. We're toward the end of the week, man. It's good. We're getting there. So it's great stuff.
Yeah, we're still trying to dry out up here in New Jersey.
Yeah, what's been the rain pattern up there? Are you guys in an extended drought up there in the Northeast, or are you just kind of?
No, we matter of fact, if you watch the news, that BJ's wholesale warehouse in New Jersey is like 2 towns over from me. The entire roof came in from all the rain it took in a couple nights ago. Oh,
wow. Well, I wish that would happen here. We are bone dry here in the NRV. What's up, Coach Mabry? How are you, brother?
I'm good. How are y'all?
No, we're talking about the drought here in Southwest Virginia. Not so much for Denny up there. He's good to go, rain-wise.
I know we're in the middle of a drought, but I've had to mow my yard twice this week.
Have you really? Now, how'd that happen? Mine's still brown from the last mowing.
Oh no, we've had a ton. We've had a lot of rain. I'm sure not even close to what we need, but we've had a ton. And I'm very anal about grass. I don't like it.
Where are you located exactly?
I agree.
Where do you live, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Naris.
You're in Naris? Okay. Well, we haven't gotten any here in Reiner. It's raining a little bit right now, but got it mowed on Monday or Tuesday, and it's just, I mean, we look like, I mean, it is brown. It is a tan brown all throughout the neighborhood here. So, yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting rain. I'm glad you guys are at least getting some rain.
Yeah,
I walked by New River DVP, I took the stroll by New River, man. It is just you can walk across the river from. You literally can. You can just pull up your pants and just walk right across the river, all the way across. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. We just had a storm probably 15 minutes ago, and I mean it poured for 10 minutes, and now the sun's out and the sky's blue again.
Okay.
And that's the third one we've had today like that.
What's up, Prometheus? He says they've been getting rain every afternoon in Giles. So I'm good. I'm glad. We need 4 or 5 straight days of it, though. Like just a steady. Oh, yeah. That's what we need to get the water table back up. So anyway, we'll see what's going on. What's going on? What we got here? Who don't like Soccer Boy? Me. 5 feet lower than normal. Look at that. Our water. Wayne, what's up? Wayne, your hat has dirt on it. Yeah. That's the dirt that defeated the Cleveland Browns not once, not twice, but 3 times in the AFC Championship game. I believe it's the same dirt, right, Wayne? Thanks, who don't? Anything on your mind, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Have you guys watched the World Cup at all? Are you into the World Cup in any way, shape, or form?
My wife has watched every game that's been on TV since it started.
Okay, that's good. That's fair.
I haven't.
David, I haven't.
Little disappointing on the American showing yesterday.
It was, yeah. It was. I was keeping up with it. Now I wasn't watching every second. I would flip, but I can't. It's just the flopping is huge, and then we didn't show up, and then the goalie made that horrible play. We don't see Radford goalies that when they're playing in the Big South make plays like that. It was terrible.
And the only goal we scored was that free kick that went off one of their players' heads and changed the trajectory of the shot and ended up going in.
Yeah, it went in. That's right. Exactly right.
Well, if you're going to score, give them a concussion.
Yeah. Accomplish 2 things at once. Yeah.
Shocking.
Argentina has 115 charges. Really? Throughout the World Cup? Who don't? Wow. And I don't know who's going to win now. I have no idea. I don't even know who else left. England is England still alive? That's who our show picked. They picked England way back a couple of questions a week ago. Are they still going? Let's see here. France beat Morocco today. So tomorrow, Spain and Belgium. We're getting close to the Final Four. Norway and England on Saturday. Argentina, Switzerland. And then we get into the semifinals of.
That's exactly how I picked it.
You were all over. You love France.
If y'all would just listen to me.
We told David he didn't know what he was talking about.
I could school you on the football.
Norway or France will win, he says. Okay. What's up, Cags?
Do you see how much money they're getting for those tickets?
Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it? It's like, it's like, it's NBA
thousands of dollars.
Yeah. NBA. I did see where the U.S. match against Belgium rated extremely well, though. The only thing that outrated it was the NFL football this year.
Yeah, you're right.
It
was off the charts.
Does that mean that our country would watch it if we were good? Do you think we would watch it consistent, or is it just because it's the World Cup and we've got so many different people watching on our TV, because of that? What do you think?
I think it's the latter of what you said.
It's the patriotic end of it, I think, more than anything else. It's go USA. It's why we got excited in the Olympics with the basketball when Steph Curry went nuts in the Olympics and stuff like that. I think it's more of a patriotic thing.
I think you're right. I don't think it's going to rate that way going forward. At least on you have the American, is it Telemundo doing the other one or something? One of the other international broadcasts and so forth. So Young Washington is success. Yeah, I saw that. Young Washington's doing well.
I saw it. I saw it yesterday.
You saw Young Washington?
Yes, it was excellent.
How was it? Was it? It's the first
Good.
of 3 I hear. It's the first of 3.
It's my the teacher in me dragged me to it. I knew better than to ask my wife. She wanted to go, so I went by myself. And I tell you what, it was good.
Well, good. That's good to hear. You have Obsession and Wayne. What's the other movie that was made by YouTubers that did so well? There's 2 of them. Obsession. What was the other one? I don't know what it was, but they've made like bank, and they didn't cost, but very little. Thanks, Cags. Appreciate it. Sorry about your ferry issue. Sorry about that. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Young Washington's doing well. Supergirl is not. It has completely failed at the box office. It just barely crossed 100 million finally worldwide.
I saw it. I did see
saw
it.
Whoa. You did, huh?
Yes.
You saw Supergirl.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's have it then. Here we go. Coach Avery has seen Supergirl.
I'm going to probably
James Gunn, who Guardians of the Galaxy fame. What you got?
I didn't think it was that bad.
Really?
I didn't think it was great, but I sat there. I thought it was a good movie. As far as I sat there, stayed with it. I thought the girl that played her was
Millie Alcock.
Yeah. Yeah,
be good, DVP. Millie Alcock. Yes, that's her name.
But I thought she was good. The questions I have are probably going to be different than probably your questions. How does a movie get so maligned by what seems like millions before it even comes out?
Because of the trailer. I have my opinion. What'd you think? Who don't like? You saw it? What'd you think? Wayne said he saw it too. Gave it a 6 out of 10. Because James Gunn, first of all, his Superman last summer did not make money. It made over $600 million. But after you got to keep in mind, the studios keep half.
Yeah.
Right. So it was about, I don't know what the total budget was. You got to add $100 in marketing. Yeah. So it may have broken even. Right?
I saw it. I didn't like it.
I hated it. I thought Superman was terrible.
Thought it was terrible.
They had him. He was the first scene. He's gotten his ass kicked and he's laying in the snow bleeding. Superman. He got beat up 6 times in that movie. You're Superman.
You're Superman. What the hell's going on?
But Coach, I tell you what started it with the Supergirl. First of all, it was this whole attitude, this angst, that she had, and it just gets so tiresome. But the first scene in the trailer was the dog, the CG dog, taking a piss on a headline that said Superman saves so and so, and then of course Gunn puts on the poster, instead of truth, justice, and the American way, truth, justice, whatever, right? And then she said, in those, when they do the walks around Hollywood, she said, it's okay if you offend the right people. She said, I don't care if Christian dads watch this or not. She made a lot of comments so that's why she helped sabotage the movie before it even came out. And who's going to take their kid? Who's going to take? It's going to be
used the word though, right?
Yeah.
You just use the word, which goes back to what I was saying. That movie was, how do so many people see the whole thing? And I'm not defending it per se, because it was a story, from what I understand, it was something that was put together a few years ago as far as the book. Because I know Jeremy Haymore told me he read it. Jeremy Haymore told me he read it and he loved the story. Yeah. So, again, I like to go. I'm not, as far as I'm going to try and word this and hopefully not get shelled and shellacked here. But the outside noise that comes with movies anymore, one way or the other, I block it out and I just go. And I either enjoy it and like it or I don't. And then I'm done. I'll go to the next one.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's how everybody should be.
No, that's fine. I think it's great you can do that, Coach. I wish I could.
But that
Hollywood, Hollywood tells me they hate me all the time.
Well, you've told Hollywood you hate them a few times too. I've heard
but
that.
I mean, I'm talking about my species, my color, everything. Hollywood basically tells me I'm not their target audience anymore all the time.
Well, face it though. I mean, and this is not a political statement at all that I'm going to make. I'm looking at all three of us here, and I'm much older than you two, by probably about 10 or so or more years. Nothing is targeting us anymore. Music, television.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Nothing. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that's a target for us unless it's the Hallmark Channel or the commercials during Gunsmoke in the middle of the day that's trying to sell us Depends diapers, and Joe Namath selling us walk-in showers and things like that. We're not a demographic that people are going to, that, you know, the people producing stuff's going to try and appeal to. And
well, it's not just us. I mean, it's a wide range of people that turned this movie down because it's barely crossed 100 million.
I'm not
a few days ago.
You know, like I say, I'm not going to debate that or go into that for whatever reason. But
when I saw the content,
pardon?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I didn't hear you.
DVP. Yeah.
Oh. When I saw the content for what you were doing for the show tonight, I looked up and I remember hearing this a couple of days ago, and I think it had to do also with in comparison with the Supergirl movie. They were talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that he keeps his political and personal views separate from his professional work, just for this reason. Is that he doesn't want to bring down the movies. He doesn't want to bring down the message that the movie's trying to put out by interjecting what he, you know, I don't even know who he votes for, you know. You never see him talking about endorsing candidates, or you don't see him out there, you know, giving his political views to the world, you know. But
which is the way it should be. It should be.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's smart. I mean, like, he's staying completely neutral. Yeah. By the way, your reference to before about the Hallmark Channel, coach, was you know, we had one of our Radford head coaches is an avid Hallmark Channel watcher, and that's head girls coach Jeff Beeler. Loves those Hallmark movies.
Well, that fits his personality. That explains a whole lot about Coach Beeler. It really does. I think the thing that's bothered me the most is people who are the shills and people who are trying to say you don't like this movie because of misogyny. It's because you're a man. The men they don't want women to have strong care, which is bullshit. Nobody cares that it's a woman. It's just a horrible movie, and the portrayal of her. When does she show up in her costume? She's wearing a trench coat. All that Gunn did was create Star-Lord.
But wasn't it like that in the book?
I never read King's version
that they took the story from.
I have no idea. I don't think she was wearing a trench coat the whole time. Maybe she was. I don't know.
But I don't know. I didn't read. I quit reading in 1975. I quit reading comics in 1975. But they've been rewritten.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, but they've been rewritten and redone 8 zillion times. I mean, even with the Marvel stuff that came out in the whole 18 movie Thanos deal. A lot of that came after I quit reading. So, and they changed a lot of things as it evolved. Things changed. The
Marvel movies, I can't keep track of what multiverse they're in currently.
Yeah, that's where they're headed, by the way.
The multiverse is, I knew that would be an issue, and DC's the one that started all that years ago in the comics with Earth 1 and Earth 2. And then when they started buying up Charlton and Dell and all those other companies, they just put them on another Earth. Captain Shazam or Captain Marvel, they bought Fawcett and they had to put him on another Earth instead of putting everybody on one.
Welcome to
DC,
Doomsday in December.
And
That's coming up.
Then they came out with something in '85, Crisis. DC did, and it was to eliminate. And that's when they killed. See, as far as I knew, Supergirl was dead because they killed her in '85 in the Crisis. So I was like, well, when the hell did they bring her back to life? You know,
you missed a lot of reading in between that.
Yeah, I missed a whole lot.
Well, they immediately attacked.
DC hasn't really.
No, they failed again.
Found Marvel hit that swing when and I'm not for sure when exactly when they started with the Iron Man and all that, when they put together that whole story arc for the Thanos deal. But it was, I enjoyed that immensely.
Oh, it was, me too. The first run through. Yeah, absolutely. They set up that universe and you couldn't wait till the next movie. You didn't mind watching whomever it was because it was going to be something cool to get you to the next point. And then they'd always have the post-credit scene, to get you all excited about it. Yeah.
And I've seen so many of those over again because there's so many lines and parts that I missed or just, flew by me. And I've seen those things now. I mean, you can watch Endgame and Infinity War at least once a week. They either show it on FX or they're showing it on TNT at least once a week. And my favorite part in Endgame, and hopefully this doesn't offend anybody, but when Captain Marvel brought Iron Man back and then Iron Man crashed out and got bad at Captain America and all that mess. And she said she's going to take off and go kill Thanos. And they said, well, wait a minute, we're a group here. And then they figured out where Thanos was and everything. And she said she was going to go kill him. And Thor stood up and stuck the hand out.
Yeah.
And she didn't flinch. That to me was badass. And I like that. And then they killed her with the second movie. They absolutely killed her with that second movie.
Yeah, they lost faith in her in the studio. She didn't help herself. And then they didn't even have her star in her second movie. She wasn't even the star.
Well, it was awful. It was pitiful.
It was, yeah. And that's what this one is going to end up being. This will be the end of Gunn's DC universe. This is it. You can't lose $300 million on your second movie. Why Supergirl? Why was Supergirl second, right? They didn't like the DCEU, right? Zack Snyder, if you like him, you like him. If you don't, you don't. I thought his movies were okay. Some of them, most of them were, but they fired him. Gunn's first thing he did was fire Henry Cavill, Superman. And Cornsweat's a good Superman. I think David Cornsweat's a good Superman. He's just been given utter trash to act and to read because of the writing. But I don't know why Supergirl second. There's a holy trinity of DC, David. You know this well. Who's the holy trinity of DC, right?
Should be Superman, Batman,
There's three.
Wonder Woman. Superman,
Correct.
Batman,
and that's
Wonder
got
Woman.
to be your first three movies. Right.
Right.
So what is he doing? He's horrible TV shows. He's got Supergirl. What is Clayface? Some random villain that nobody knows. That's coming out. I don't know.
I know. I read a lot of Clayface stuff back in the olden days, before y'all was born. But yeah, I do enjoy whenever a superhero movie comes out. I don't worry about reviews or anything. I go see it, and I either like it or I don't.
Oh, yeah, I didn't go see Supergirl because how bad Superman was last year. To be honest.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
I couldn't give it a chance to go waste my money. It'd be that bad as the one last year.
What was the one they did with The Rock?
The Black Adam.
Black Adam,
which was a villain of Captain Marvel's.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Black Adam.
That was awful. And then
which world was it set on?
Yeah, that's the other question, because they were trying to bring ISIS into it, and I don't know if y'all are old enough to remember Almighty ISIS, and that she came on Saturday mornings right after they did the live action Shazam. They had to
I
call it
think I kind of
Shazam
knew.
because they couldn't call him Captain Marvel, and it was ISIS, and the girl played her, good looking, and everything. Then DC's trying to revive her, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like a whole nother world they're bringing in, which I reckon they'll have a multiverse war too.
So Wayne just texted me in the summer of 1984, from May the 4th to September the 3rd. Look at the difference. This is what we had: Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, Gremlins, the original Karate Kid, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, Purple Rain. I don't remember Tightrope. What was Tightrope?
Clint Eastwood.
That's Clint Eastwood? Okay.
Yeah.
That's number 7, The Natural, Revenge of the Nerves, and Breakin'. Y'all remember Breakin'? I know Coach Mabry was break dancing all the time.
Oh, that break. Yeah. That was all breakdancing movie.
You go find out my 80s stuff is, I'm not as strong on the 80s as I was too busy either catting around trying to be a student or trying to coach and stuff, and cultural things such as movies and all that sort of passed me by.
Yeah.
70s
okay.
now.
You got it now in the 70s. What's up, Morris? How are you, brother?
How are you?
We're hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there. We're popping on a Thursday again. So,
well, I have to admit, I have been played golf today. Had a 90. I was
did
about
you
ready
really?
to
Wow.
pick the clubs up and throw them in the fucking river. Pardon my French.
That's all right. A 90.
Good
Lord. I'm sitting there thinking, wow.
Let me guess, you were trying to break 90.
I was trying to break
Been
90,
there.
but I didn't do it.
Having the same feeling.
You know, I used to play in the mid 80s. I've never been a great golfer, but I'd play in the 80, 85. Occasionally, I would dip over into the 70s, which is good golf. I mean, if you're playing golf like that, you want to stay on the golf course. But I took probably the last part of the year off, and in Fort Lauderdale, Dania Beach, where I live, we had a group of golfers, and we played every Thursday, religious. We had a little golf league, and then when the golf league went out, we would play again. And when you pull the golf clubs out of the truck or the trunk, the banner started, and it was brutal. So back in the day, I'd play 80, 85, dip in the 70s. Then I took a year off, and Karen, we moved to Palm Coast. Karen comes in one time and says, you got to get off that couch. You need to go find some golfers and go play. So I did. I went to the local golf course. We live on the golf course behind me. I'm on 16th fairway. So I go down to Loopers, which is a restaurant bar there. I hook up with a guy from Raleigh, big NC State fan, and another guy from Toledo, which is a retired firefighter. So we started playing. And man, I can't get it back. It just, for me to break 90 now it's hard. I didn't mean to go on that soapbox, but
no, it's fun. No, we care about your day. We wanted to hear how your day went.
So I've been drinking beer all day. Beer all day, and I sweated it out. Then I came home and I jumped in the pool right behind me. I thought, this is hot, man. There's 100-some degrees today.
Was it really? It was warm today, but a good warm. It wasn't too warm today. The kind of warm I like in July. Not like last week when it was 98, 96, but that's just, I didn't mind today. I like warm weather. I like hot weather, so
yeah.
That's me.
By the way, David, I enjoyed your comments on the morning show. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was good. It's good stuff. David, we'll probably, by the way, Coach Rags. Oh, we lost Coach. Who did we lose? We lost DVP. DVP left us. Where'd he go? Coach Rags is out and about for a while, so we will. There he is. Let me get him back up here. So since he had delayed in coming on in the month, I don't think Marty is going to be able to do it in July. So keep that in mind if you want to jump on with me and Rags. I'll let you know ahead of time.
Okay. Marty's probably doing the coaches at all the, like, I know Big 12's having their.
Can't hear you, David.
Big 12 is probably
unmute it.
No, I got him. I can hear him. DVP, can you hear David?
I can hear him.
Yeah.
Okay. Big 12, I know, is having their meetings.
Can you hear me?
He's probably doing interviews with them as they're going.
Yeah. We got you, Morris. Morris can't hear us.
No, I hear you, Rick.
You
can't hear me?
I can't hear Coach Mabry.
No, we got him loud and clear. I do. I got all three of you loud and clear. So keep that in mind, David. We'll I'll let you know.
Yeah, but just give me an idea when it's going to be.
He's supposed to let me know on Monday.
The only thing I know I got coming up, Billy Strings is Tuesday night, next Tuesday.
Oh, where's he going to be now?
Roanoke.
Oh, is he coming to Roanoke? Oh, okay.
First show back after the broken leg.
Can you not hear anything yet, Morris? Can you still not hear anything?
I hear you. I hear Danny, but I don't hear Coach Mabry.
You may have to get out and back in again to hear everybody. I'm not sure. So
let's try that.
Yeah, try that, and let's see here. I'll get you out, and I'll kick you from the studio, and you can come back in here, and we'll try to get you back. Okay, we'll try to. Sometimes rebooting, it's such an easy thing, isn't it? Just reboot, it comes back. Yeah,
I'm getting ready. I'm on I think I decided after this afternoon, I'm probably going to go see my lawyer, Jason Buckland, and I'm going to see if we can sue Little Debbie.
Yeah.
They made a damn cake. It's got peanut butter cream in it, and it's probably going to clog arteries and stuff, and I'm going to see if we can get Buckland on them, and I can sue them for a decent amount of money.
Are you saying you're eating more than one when you get a box? Is that what you're saying, Coach?
Yes. And, and I try not to eat junk, and then when the cravings hit, once you get off a decent, off of a good run, which my daughter's wedding came up, and I haven't been right since my daughter's wedding. So, and I was doing great up until that point.
I get it.
And then I walked by in the damn Walmart today, and I saw this damn Little Debbie peanut butter cream Little Debbie's, and I was like, "Oh hell!"
And you grabbed a box, didn't you? You had to. Yeah.
And by the time I got home, the 5-minute drive from Walmart to home, 2 were gone.
2 were gone.
2 were gone already.
Now, is that coming a pack of 2, or is that just a one single cake?
No, it's a box of 6.
I know, but I mean, like in the individual package, is that just one at a time? Okay.
One.
I like their brownies.
I'm a Swiss cake roll guy.
Mine's the what is the Little Debbie oatmeal?
Oatmeal pies are great.
Oh.
The Star Crunches.
Oh,
I can't do that anymore. My A1C is too high.
You know good and well, Little Debbie has killed many, many a human being.
There's no question.
Yeah.
How is Billy Bob Thornton band, by the way? Has anybody seen them?
We see them on Saturday at Point Vedra Concert Hall.
They're coming to Rocky Mount, July 28th, Wayne. See, Wayne knows all this stuff. Wayne's great. He knows all this stuff.
Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters.
So they're good. What does he do? Does he sing?
He does. Well, that's all he does.
Really?
He sings. In his band, Coach Mabry probably knows more about that than me, but I love the guy as an actor. And I've watched, you guys watch Landman. Goliath was awesome. Any movie he's in is it's Billy Bob. But he sings. He's so multi-talented. So Karen and I are going to see him. It's a small, old converted church in Point Vedra, just north of St. Augustine. So we're going to see him there, and I hope to get around him, just get a picture. I just think he's awesome.
He seems like he'd be the kind of guy who would do that too, right?
Yep.
Prometheus says vanilla moon pie, by the vanilla moon pie for Prometheus, by the way. So
if you ever get a chance on YouTube, you can see it. It's
Yeah, I need to look that up.
Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters. I think I sent it to you, Rick. Billy Bob
you?
Thornton and the Boxmasters at the Grand Ole Opry singing a song, Billy Bob is called That Mountain. And he explains the story. Who was it? Ernest, one of the old actors. He and Billy Bob wrote it. It's called That Mountain, of a woman that never got to see a train.
Oh,
She
okay.
just wanted to go over that mountain. Great song.
Ernest is in the cat that did the commercials.
Yep.
Okay. And he passed on probably about 20
Yeah.
years ago or something.
Yeah, he's dead. What was it? He done the Ernest movies.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
got big doing he was doing Ernest in the commercials.
Yeah,
And then they
That's it.
made a movie.
he did. Yeah, that was huge. Wasn't it? Those commercials were huge, man.
Oh,
Was he
Anyway.
the know what I mean guy? Was he like know what I mean? Was that him? Was that Ernest?
Know what I mean? Vern. Know what I mean, Vern?
Vernon
Know what I
Beaver?
mean,
Yeah,
Vern?
yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was. Hanson's in Danville. If y'all want to go watch Bop, the 27-minute version of Bop, that's Denny's. That's right up Denny's alley right there to go see Hanson.
Hanson, the flock of seagulls.
No, there's no STP, Wayne. They're gone. They're gone. You can't lose the man and still continue. Sorry. That's one. I think Coach Mabry talked about this, right? You lose a member of the band and you try to continue. You can't lose Scott Wayland and continue as STP. Sorry.
As we were talking about last week with some of those groups that only one person is still left, but they're still touring.
I know. It depends on who it is, right? Like Leonard Skinner, for instance. It was remarkable how long they continued, and they lost a lot of key people during their prime, right?
Oh,
Skinner.
yeah.
And again, not that it's any of my business, but I have an issue with them keeping the name.
Yeah, after, yeah.
Because it's not Leonard Skinner.
I know.
That's fair.
And, touring and all that. And I understand you do it to make money. And people say, well, it's the brother. And, I got a brother.
I know.
Yeah, I got two brothers. They could come in and fill
I
in for
agree.
me, I reckon.
No,
I agree.
I hear you, Coach. I mean, he's not Ronnie Van Zant.
No.
He's his
No.
brother, but he's not Ronnie Van Zant.
Well, and I mean, the thing about Skinner, it was, and we talked about this earlier too, when they came out in the 70s, that the songs they wrote had meaning.
They did.
They
did.
had meaning, and it was
Experienced
and now
meaning.
all it is just covered.
Yeah.
It's just covered stuff.
It's true.
And yeah, and again, there's people that probably go and flock and go to the shows and enjoy it. So, again, I'd rather not trash.
No, but I'm with
Good
you.
stuff.
I'm not going to go. Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean,
I don't take it that way.
but that's just my
No, not at all.
Now,
Not at all.
and to be a hypocrite, like I said, I'll go see Rush in a heartbeat with the new drummer.
With a drummer, it's a little different. And then no respect to percussionists, but don't you feel like if the drummer is the one that's no longer there, you can probably cover that easier? Or the bass
Except
player?
for Rush. Except if you're Rush.
Well, I know. That's your Neil Peart. I know.
There's
I
a
get
big
that.
difference.
I get
That's
that.
the thing there.
Or the bass player. I guess the
his-
bass player, too.
His drum fills were incredible. And it was built, their music, a lot of it was built around those feels. And the girl they got, she is knocking it out of the park, everything I've seen. But I was curious to see how that would go. And I mean, when they first show they did, and they played Tom Sawyer, and she did the big iconic drum fill in the middle, and It was like a standing ovation that blew the roof off the place.
No, that's good. That's cool.
Waiting to see if she could carry the weight or not.
David, Getty's still there, right?
Yeah.
Getty's still singing.
Now he's passed off some of the keyboard work, it looks like, which is fine too. I mean, I know they're a trio and this and that, but he has passed off. It looks like they do have somebody that's playing keys for him, which I think lets him concentrate more on his vocals and his bass playing.
God, what a voice.
Because I think he's struggling, with age and everything. I think trying to keep his voice and trying to hit a lot of those notes. He's got that high-pitched voice anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think the last episode we went through your first concert, and of course Leonard Skinner was my first with the AC/DC story. But I'm laying out in the pool. I have a loop of songs that go on, and we play it on the back patio back here. So after golf, I jumped in the pool, and Leonard Skinner, Things Going On That You Don't Know, came on, and I thought, man, that's a great song. And Ronnie Van Zant, I think it was him and Rossington, a couple of them, they wrote all those songs. They wrote most of their songs.
Right.
And Things Going On That You Don't Know. Too much money they spent on the moon. Forget all the lyrics, but what a great song. Apropos to today.
DVP, who's your favorite band? You have a favorite band?
A lot of I listen to stuff in the 80s.
That's fine. That's not a bad decade to listen to. It's my decade, so I always say it's the best one. It's the best one, whichever one you grew up in.
Of course.
I mean, the only reason why I've been to concerts is because of my wife. Otherwise, I never had been to a concert prior to that.
Wait a minute. Your wife, no, never mind. She makes you go to concerts.
No, I'm saying is if I didn't go with her, I probably would never went to a concert in my life.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say Morris got a wife that makes him play golf.
That's right.
If you have one that makes you go to concerts, I'm like, how did I mess this stuff up?
Wayne says, I never understood why Tech never used Castle for concerts. Yeah, Dedmond Center, we had a lot down there. Dedmond Center used to be really strong.
Tech used to use the Castle. I saw the Doobie Brothers there.
I saw Stephen Stills at Castle Coliseum.
In Castle Coliseum? That's cool.
I did.
That's cool.
Linda Ronstadt.
They used to have concerts there. They did. Outlaws and 38 Special.
Ooh.
Yeah, they used to have a lot of shows.
I'd love to see 38 Special.
I think one of the problems you got at the Castle, too, though, now is the way the building is, and because it's older, the sound. I think there's probably some sound issues. And then the other thing, it doesn't seat that many.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
bands you're going to get today are going to be either dinosaur classic rock bands or, you're not going to get that those top acts and stuff like that. That's the thing I think Roanoke struggles with now, where it used to be like the king, the Civic Center used to be the king as far as getting it. Now they can't get a lot of the bigger bands in. That's why I was shocked Billy Strings is playing Roanoke.
Well, good. That's tomorrow? Did you say it's tomorrow night?
No, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday. Very cool, man. Well, good for you, man. That's great.
Well, I'll tell you, David, at St. Augustine Amphitheater, which is just north of us here, and Karen and I have been to probably 50 shows there. We love music. But it only seats 4,000. I think the Roanoke Civic Center is 10,000, maybe.
That sounds about right.
10,000?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Billy Strings comes here. A lot of the bands come here, wintertime, whatever. But the St. Augustine Amphitheater is a special place anyway. But Yeah, Billy Strings, he comes here every year and we go see him every year. He's that
Yeah,
good.
he's got a fairly decent schedule. I mean, consistent schedule because, I mean, face it, that's how they make a good majority of their money now. It used to be you toured and you did concerts to sell albums.
Right.
Well, now it's, and especially with somebody like, a Billy Strings, he's a jam band. They're a jam band type thing anyway. So their strength is the live show. And so, and when he went to bigger venues, I know a lot of people were bummed because they were seeing him in fairly intimate theaters and stuff like that. But he still plays the theaters too. He picks out some of his favorite theaters, around the country, and then sprinkles them in with the bigger venues.
We lost Bonnie Tyler, by the way, yesterday. Total eclipse of the heart. Did you see that? She passed away at 75.
Didn't see that.
Yeah. I
I
didn't
just
see
saw the news tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see the reason why. But,
75.
Yeah. Yeah. 75 years old. I don't know what happened to her, but that's terrible. That's terrible. But,
Denny,
you know.
where do you live now?
I'm back home in New Jersey, but I'm moving your way next year.
Oh, is that a done deal? Good, man. Where are you going to go? Where are you coming? Where are you coming?
Coming to Palm Coast? I'm here.
We're looking at somewhere in Jacksonville.
Hey.
Jacksonville is about 60
I know.
miles
It's
probably
close to Orange Park.
Okay. Yeah, that's Jacksonville's about. I go up there to the Veterans Center. I have veterans care. And if I have anything outside of normal care, I go to Jacksonville. And Orange Park is just a little bit west of Jacksonville, I think.
My brother-in-law was just retired there within the last year. He was at one of the bases there from the Navy. There's two of them there, right?
Yeah, there's Mayport and I forget the other one, but Mayport's a big one near Jacksonville.
Well, he's working for Boeing, 2 buildings down from where he was working with the Navy.
Wow. Well, when you come down, we should meet.
There you go.
You're not that far.
I'll try to shoot below 90.
Wayne
remember,
says
As of today, you would kick my ass.
Hey, I'm from New Jersey, though. You got to keep an eye on me. I like to do hand wedges and foot wedges.
Texas wedge, punch it out.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's my ball.
Wayne says Bonnie died from gastrointestinal issues. So, there you go. There you go. 75 years old. Total eclipse of the heart. Bonnie Tyler, gone. 75.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was in Fort Lauderdale, Dania Beach, Fort Lauderdale, nobody knows where Dania Beach is, but if you ever land in Fort Lauderdale, you're in Dania Beach. So we had a group of guys there. We played at the old Donna Ross course in Hollywood, and we played every Friday, 1:00. We always met.
Diana Ross? Did you say Diana Ross?
Donna Ross. Close enough. Donna Ross back in the 20s, 30s, somewhere in there. He built a lot of golf courses. Mike Ashley. The wordsmith.
Speaking of singers, we have Christopher Cross on.
Oh God, I've got the bad lighting though. Don't.
It's not far from paradise. You do have the bad lighting. You do.
I just I think with Bonnie Tyler, I heard it was a heartache. Sorry.
I forgot about that one.
That was the big one. That was the really big one. I mean, not the big one, heartache, but yeah.
Yeah. She had the total eclipse of the heart. I don't know which one was bigger for her.
That was her first one that I remember. With that raspy voice and
yeah.
That's one of those hard to understand lyrics. Sometimes I had a friend that was convinced she was saying it was a hard egg. It's a hard egg, nothing but a hard egg.
You ready for open mic tomorrow, Mike? You ready to go?
Yes, but you know, Van Pelt was brushing me back here with pitches, told me to get on here, and so you want me to come use all my material tonight, and then I got nothing in the morning. So
No, we're going to save the material for prime time, even though this is technically prime time. But
okay,
yeah.
all right. Well, what is the point of all this? By the way, I have watched a little bit, enjoyed
it's like a Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing.
It's a show about nothing.
Oh,
Correct.
well then,
Correct.
boy, am I qualified for that?
That's the perfect description, Denny.
Right?
So Mabry's already probably talked about wrestling, and I don't know. You guys, I heard a little bit. You were on to concerts, Billy Strings and all that, and
not funny, Wayne. Wayne, that's not funny. That's not funny. He put a Browns hat on me there. See what he did there?
Well, a Browns hat, that means it doesn't have any logo, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Were they most unimaginative, creative?
What is their logo?
Well, I actually seen that little imp guy and some stuff from the 60s.
Little fairy, yeah.
But they didn't put him on the helmet. You know, they were named for Paul Brown, I guess, the coach, and they just went with the plain brown helmets, which again, you know, there are a lot of PR people probably out of work that could have come up with something better than that.
It's Brownie the elf. That's who he is. Brownie. They really original. Brownie they really had to dig that one out too. The Cleveland Browns, and he's Brownie the elf.
Now I want a brownie. Damn it.
I want to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Mike, I have to tell you, buddy.
Yeah,
I enjoy your comments, the open mic. I enjoy those so much. And Rick will tell you, I want to be a wordsmith like you. You're funny as shit.
Well, I actually used to get paid money to do this stuff, right? And speak sometimes, but yeah.
That's even better. Now you're just doing it for fun.
Well, now I do it so I don't lose all my marbles. I found out when I just sat around and didn't do anything, it wasn't good for me in so many ways. So, and it's so, again, you guys that are like me outside the area, it's such a chance to talk to so many people and hearing people that have heard me and come up to me, and I've added so many Facebook friends, good people I've never really actually met. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. I feel really lucky.
Well, there's two of them that you made me cry. I'm pretty emotional guy anyway, but the Father's Day you did, that was special. And then the other one was the tribute you did to your sister.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
the personal stuff is always special. The best, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you can feel
Mike,
it.
Wayne wants you to announce curling with me. You gonna do some curling? Would you come next time you're in Roanoke?
Has anything to curl?
Yeah, that's true. Next time you're in Roanoke, we were told that there's a curling club down there in the Berglund Center. You think you and I should show up and broadcast some curling? Let's do it.
All right, you bringing a 6-pack for me?
Yeah. You need that. No, that would be.
And you can just leave it on the ice.
6-pack, schmick-pack. Yeah.
My brother lived in Nova Scotia, who was married to that sister-in-law you referenced there. And I went up to visit them for 2 weeks back when I was in college. And, being the aspiring journalism major, I couldn't wait to get my hands on a paper, turn to the back page, get the sports page there. And there was a curling box score. And I mean, it might as well have been a soda coup. I could not figure out
box score?
what the heck they were talking about. It was like about X's and O's and a number here and there, and I was like, what the heck is this? I still don't know what I saw.
You want to show up?
Oh, that's pretty funny. A box score for curling. Now I've heard of everything. That's
Well, I didn't mean to break up the party here.
No, you are the party. You are
the
party.
You are the party now.
Yeah, if you're from our area, people always one of the great, as you guys, this group knows, one of the great questions to start talking to people that you're just meeting and you want to find out a lot about them right away, and you ask them, what's the best concert they ever saw, or the first concert. You get into the concert thing. And for people from our area, I always divided into two categories, because there was the acts that came to Roanoke that you got to see, or, if you went to a bigger venue like Greensboro or Charlotte, like I used to, places like that, and saw, that's the only way I could see Springsteen, because he didn't come to Roanoke. But although, little known story, I don't know if everybody remembers this, back in the well, let's see, that would have been 84 when Born in the USA came out, that album. And one of the songs on that, No Surrender, I learned more in a 3-minute record than I ever learned in high school. Dr. Deadman used to quote that at the beginning of a speech that he gave several times. And I begged our PR people, I said, we have to get Dr. Deadman to send a snippet of that speech, or to write a letter to Springsteen and get him to the Deadman Center. We've got to get him to the Deadman Center. And then Dr. Deadman will be the college president who got Springsteen to his campus, because he was quoting him speeches all the time. And they just looked at me like I was crazy.
Nobody listened to Mike?
I don't think I ever got to Dr. Deadman. And I regret that, because I think he might have gone for something like that,
Yeah.
Come visit us in the South, boss.
He would have.
You could have told Springsteen that quarter flash played there.
Wow. There's a callback.
Is that Harden My Heart?
Shows I didn't go to. And
she played the sax.
The acoustics in the Deadman Center actually were terrible back then for that sort of thing. I think they may be a little bit better now.
In Deadman? No, they're not.
Mike or Rick, you may know this, but they used to have concerts off of Tyler there, in it's almost like Burris Hall, but they had an amphitheater in there somewhere.
You mean Preston?
I guess it was Preston.
Yeah.
It was
and that place had unbelievable acoustics. Still does, as far as I know.
Yeah.
It's still there. That's the administration building. They built Martin Hall onto that, which is now where a lot of the bigwig offices are. But
yes, Preston, it was a administration center there, adjacent.
And then they built Porterfield, which was a nicer, more comfortable building, but there. And the seating was set up better, but the acoustics weren't as good for concerts. I saw James Taylor in Preston, and that's the first show I had ever been to in Preston. And that's a show I still talk about to this day, because he brought a reel-to-reel player out and set it next to him as he sent the band off for a couple songs. And he sat there with that reel-to-reel player, which had a recording of him, and he did a duet with himself, which is still one of the coolest things I've ever seen. James Taylor, that was really cool.
Yeah, Mike, cool. It was in Preston. This was in the 70s, and I saw Billy Joel there perform Piano Man.
Okay, what was the crowd like that night?
Oh, geez, dude, it was packed.
Was it? Because I've heard there wasn't a big crowd for that.
I thought it was packed.
Okay, we'll go with that.
This has got to be 76, 77, somewhere in there.
No, you're right. It's just before 52nd Street hit. So Radford got Billy Joel right as he hit big. I always thought that was the coolest thing from the outside looking in.
That is cool.
I thought, wow, how'd they get Billy Joel? And then come to find out, I met a guy at homecoming 2 years ago who was on the student life committee, and he said there was this guy from New Jersey who was at Radford that told, hey, there's this guy named Billy Joel. We should get him for a concert. And nobody knew who they were talking about. And they get Billy Joel to come down. Wow. And he told me it wasn't a great crowd because nobody knew who he was. The Southerners didn't know this guy from up in New York. And but the other thing he was real excited about was that Billy Joel went to their room in Norwood to use the bathroom. And I just thought, man, can you imagine if you went out with a girl and you said, hey, come see my bathroom. Billy Joel went here.
That's right. Yeah.
You gotta remember too, Mike, if they were in there and I'm saying it's packed, I could have been seeing 4.
No.
So it was probably packed.
No.
And why was that?
Sorry?
Why was that? Were you having an extra good time?
It was the 70s.
I know. All right, you're talking to a guy who got busted going into the Fix concert at Homecoming one year, like 1986. And
well, one thing leads to another, Mike. You know, that's
right, exactly. I had the coolest flask, and I loved that thing. And I got checked at the door, and I'm going, oh my God, because here's what happened though. They thought I was a Fat Cat alum back, and they didn't want anybody to have a bad homecoming experience. Campus police were really cool then, and what they didn't realize was, hey, I work here.
Hey, I'm an employee.
I just kept my mouth shut. Not my finest hour.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
True confessions.
Yeah. Funny thing was, I was a business major, but we had good friends that were engineering majors, way smarter than me. So they had the little, Virginia Tech had the bleachers, and this guy engineered a thing where he had the fold-out seat where you take in, he put a ballast in it. Where instead of a cushion, he had a damn ballast in it, and he had a little straw thing that came out of it. He filled that ballast full of liquor, and he would take that thing and he just pull it out and take a sip. Somebody else have a sip.
Oh, good God!
I thought, well, shit, that's ingenious.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Cross, as a Radford University student. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Look at that perm.
Look at that hair. Yeah, it's Mike. Yeah.
1980.
I looked up Mike. Only thing I thought, dude, you're debonair. You
Damn
had
drunk.
to get all
drunk.
kinds of women, everything going on back in the day.
Any picture of me with hair makes me happy. So you can do no wrong. So.
Wayne just sent me that. Wayne's sending some cool stuff. So.
Wow.
We're finding just random stuff of you now.
Oh boy.
Mike, was 80 your first year at Radford?
It was. I was a transfer. I was in the transfer portal from Virginia Western.
So was the same thing for me. I was an 80 transfer from Ferrum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was Ferrum back then?
Interesting. I went to play college football, and
For Hank Norton?
yes, and
Norton.
I learned quickly that I learned what Prop 48 was, and I didn't know when I went down there.
Right.
And,
Right.
So I didn't make it through the year.
Uh-huh.
And Coach Norton basically gave me like a GA type of job for my work study for the rest of that year. Breaking down, he was showing me how to use the projector and how to break down film, which got me into the whole coaching gig thing. And I got my associates from, from Ferrum and everything, and honors, all that, and I smile as I say honors. And then I got to Radford. In that first damn semester, I got that letter that said you're on academic probation. Because I got back to my old haunts, and all the people that I ran with and everything were all around there, and that didn't help. And me not being the most disciplined cat in the world, that just I struggled a bit early.
The thing I always thought about Ferrum, knowing, and again, all of us are sort of tied to athletics somehow. It seemed like, especially every guy that was in school there, in some way, was connected to athletics there. Either was there to play, or was in training to be a coach, or was in training or athletic training, or something like that. There were so many people there that were just. I'll tell you another school that was like that back in the day was the Fighting Christians of the day, Elon College.
Elon, that's right.
They were the same
Elon,
way.
yeah.
Everybody down there was playing a sport, or all the guys seemed like were. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there's a different culture at schools like that, though.
Yeah.
That's Durham's college, isn't it? Durham, one of your
Yes.
associates from Radford.
Oh yeah, West Durham. Yeah.
West Durham. Yep.
Yes, which in his bios, as a joke and partly to piss him off, we would say he was from Knoll College. We spell Elon backwards. Oh, what wacky zany guys we were, huh? Yeah,
No, I like that. I like that.
yeah.
But
you
he
mentioned-
would enjoy that though. He would enjoy that.
Mike, you just mentioned Elon. I thought I saw them in the news the other day. I just double checked it. So apparently it's a done deal. They absorbed Queen's University in Charlotte.
Yes,
Mhm.
you were all over that on our little text string there, Denny. Before I because I didn't even know that was coming. Yeah.
So Queens is still going to operate though, right? Queens is still going to operate as Queens, correct? Their sports teams and stuff, like they're not being absorbed. They're not going to lose all that, correct? Their identity, or are they? I don't know.
I haven't read the story.
It says it says here they plan to merge.
Yeah,
Changing the world of college athletics.
Who absorbed Queens?
Elon.
All right, so Queens would end up being like a satellite school or a sister school because they're on two ends of the state.
I think they keep their sports identity, is what I heard. That's what our people around the Big South were telling me. Yeah.
Will it be like a UVA Wise situation, probably?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's up,
Yeah,
Harold?
I was just thinking Elon is not near Charlotte. Elon's up.
Yeah.
Where is Elon? It's up in the northern part.
It's near Greensboro.
Burlington.
Right outside. It's actually Elon College, North Carolina. I know about this because I came in I think second for the SID job back in like 1985 there. After I went over to Virginia Tech and worked there for 2 years because I needed that football on my resume, but I didn't know the Roanoke Times series on all the financial problems with at Virginia Tech started in they get a 40-part series in the local paper about their financial woes started the week I started at Virginia Tech. And I went, well, this is information I could have used last month.
Hey, Mike, Wayne wants you to tell the first joke. Do you remember the first joke when you were doing stand-up? Do you remember the first thing you got on stage when you were all nervous and knees?
That is so funny because that's going to be in open mic last night, one of the first ones I wrote. But actually, the first joke I did, and I still do it, even though my daughter tells me I'm being politically incorrect now, and this is how Johnny Holiday at Maryland warmed up to me, because I introduced myself and I told him I went to see my doctor this week, and he tells me I got this anorexia thing pretty much licked. And then I did what I called the fat medley. I had a bunch of material. Some of it I'm not fit for here, because you got to work blue in the local comedy clubs to really get the big laughs. I try and be a nicer, kinder, gentler guy now. But
do you remember the night? You remember the night
That's
you bombed the
bullshit,
most?
Mike. Just let it rip.
Do you remember when you bombed the most? Do you have a night that stands out where you're just like nobody was responding?
Okay, now this is going to sound cocky, but I never really had the bad nights that a lot of comics went through. But you got to remember, I didn't get the balls to get up on stage until I'd watched Roanoke Comedy Club for about 10 years, been going there. The Jimmy Butler down there, the guy who ran it, knew me. And I saw two of my best friends from high school get up on stage. And all I could think was, I'm funnier than them. I was writing some material for them. And I went, okay, I got to get over this. And then when I finally did it, and you got to remember, I was a writer, so I knew how to put stuff together and make it fit. And so I was much more prepared than most people coming out of the gate. I do know my worst show ever, though. There was, all right, maybe there were two. Buddies in Blacksburg. Everybody remember Buddies?
Buddy, I do. I remember that.
Oh, my gosh. It was above Mishmish. Remember Mishmish?
Yes, the art place, the art supply store.
Yeah, Buddies
underneath
was far
in the
above
basement.
that. And actually, I did pretty well at Buddies most nights, but one night, just nobody did well, and we all died slow, painful deaths. And I was still having a good time though, so that didn't bother me. I got invited to a tour where we did some other local schools. I remember we did Randolph-Macon Women's College. We did I did Lynchburg College, and there was another one I can't remember now. Hollins, yes, I did Hollins. Oh my gosh! So it's me
It's all women, right?
Working at all these
pretty
women's
much.
schools, and I didn't really connect with that audience as well as I did some. And I did have a rough night at it was Randolph-Macon. Yeah, I could not get going there, and I felt terrible because that was like in the first couple months of my career, and I was opening for these guys. You know, you're supposed to come out and just work the crowd, so I had some stuff I could pick it up again, but man, I just was like, okay, let me off here, please. Let these women stop staring at me like that. You know?
Mike, what was one of your stalwarts? What was one of the jokes that you would always go to? Do you remember? Would you have like a handful that you knew was going to be?
Well, I the whole set was in order. You just had to cut down minutes or add minutes depending on what you did. And like I said, I need to set up some of those, but there were some lines I came up with that like yeah, I was out with a girl last night, and she said I was a real ladies man. Well, mama's boy, ladies man, it's all about the same, right? This is original material, y'all. Old material now.
Free here on.
Yeah.
Coach Mabry, Hyrule wants some advice. I don't know what GK means. What's that mean?
No.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper? Is that what you are, Hyrule? You're a goalkeeper? So he's a soccer player. All right, Coach. You're a good enough coach. Well, it may not be a sport that you coach, but hey, what kind of advice can you give? Hyrule, I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Goalkeeper. There you go.
See, goalkeeper.
There you go. Good job, DVP. Look at GVP, man. Boom.
I'll give the typical coach cliche answer. Work on your feet.
Yeah.
Work on your feet.
Hey, that's a good answer for almost any sport.
There you go. I'm covered.
That's what Coach
Except
Elmo always
bowling.
says. Yeah, except bowling.
Or
Except
curling.
bowling.
Curling,
Mike?
you got to work on your knees.
Mike, you got to come to the Bash next Saturday.
Next Saturday, can't do it. Sorry,
It's
too far. It's like I got stuff. I'm still working through a lot of stuff. And
but Bruce Springsteen's coming.
okay, the boss. Well, have the boss call me, and we'll talk.
If his people call your people.
Yeah, I've seen 15 Springsteen shows now. Not bad for a kid from Roanoke. Not up there with these other big cities, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of 15 shows now.
Mabry, go ahead. Here we go. Coach has got you beat by a couple.
DC show, which we both were at.
Yep.
That was my 54th.
Oh, good gosh. Well, you're everywhere. I see your social media. I know you're all over the place.
Yeah. Again, that's probably why I'm broke, but
but memories are priceless.
yeah.
The
first time I saw him, we were talking about shows and Intimate Halls and stuff like that. Was in Burris Hall, 1976 in Burris Hall.
Wow. Did you know what you were getting into then with him?
Yeah.
So you already knew about it.
I had like the first album. I had Greetings from Asbury Park.
Yep.
And I think the second one. And I didn't know what we were getting into live wise.
Whoa, yeah.
That was a whole different can of worms. Because I was used to seeing bands come out and they played an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute set, and do the hits.
Was he doing an intermission then? Did he just break in the middle and then come back and do a whole nother thing?
He did. Then he did an intermission, if I believe.
Yeah. Because when I saw him in 1980, I saw him at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland, which no longer is there.
I was there.
Yeah, in 1980.
1980.
Yeah. Well, imagine the Rube from Salem showing up there and going, "Wait a minute, I'm in the big city, and you're telling me it's a cornfield here in the middle of nowhere? What are you talking about?" Geez, because that was the Cap Center. It was in the middle of a cornfield out there, and I couldn't get over that. I had there may have been some of us who were overserved before the show, including a friend of mine who was working these girls who we found out were from New Jersey, and they were throwing Frisbee, and he was still able to handle that task. But then when they said, "Oh, you're from Jersey? Where are you from in New Jersey?" and he wanted to say Freehold. He wanted to say Freehold, where Springsteen's from, and instead he said, "Oh, I'm from Freeload."
Reload.
Oh, that's only what 46 years later, and we don't let this guy live that down. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm still trying to figure out what Mike said about overserved. What does that mean?
You get to the show. It's like tailgating. Come on, you know how that works. You get there early so you can spend the whole game sobering up.
Hey, Mike, this is funny. The last time I came on, Billy Strings came up, and I was so proud because Karen and I, we live in Palm Coast next to St. Augustine. So
Right.
we go to St. Augustine Amphitheater. So when it came on, they brought up Billy Strings, and I was so proud. I said, "We've seen him 5 times." And Coach Faber said, "I've seen him 28.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever it was.
I felt like I was sitting on cigarette paper with my feet dangling down. It was like, what the hell? 28 times.
I know.
Mike, Wayne's asking, did you guys flash Springsteen? Did you leave your shirts on, or did you flash him? Give him a little look.
If I did it now, I would blind him, blinded by the light, reflecting off my white belly. Mercy blows. No, I know I didn't do much of that sort of thing at concerts. And as Springsteen, good gosh, I was I'm one of those guys that knows most of the lyrics and sings along. And I had an out of body experience a few years ago when I went to see Ralph Berrier was the music critic for our good friend Ralph Berrier was the music critic for the Roanoke Times, and he was going up to cover the Dave Matthews show in Scott Stadium, his hometown.
God, don't get Rick started.
Get me started on Dave Matthews.
Oh, boy.
So Dave Matthews has got this show, and everybody in the whole stadium knows every lyric of every song except me, because I love their instrumentation and all that, but I didn't know the lyrics, and I felt bad. But here was the real highlight for me.
You shouldn't feel bad.
Neil Young opened that show, and I got to see Neil Young. And the thing Ralph and I heard, was that Neil was out on campus all day, going to every outdoor party he could get into before his performance that night. I just loved that.
Good stuff. Hey, Lester said he's going to jump on here in a little bit. Chris Lester. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Rick Watson's favorite Dave Matthews song is Gravedigger.
Yeah. The one where it's just in dead silence. That's my favorite. Yeah.
And the Panera Bread's theme song.
Correct.
Panera Bread Bricks.
Yeah. They keep it's going. They got a great business model though. Their business model is go eat our sandwiches, and then go to the dentist and go get your teeth fixed. So there you go.
I think I sent you that picture here in Palm Coast, Rick. They had Panera Bread, and right beside it was Aventura Dental or something. They were side by side.
Yeah, I'm on it, Wayne. I'm on it.
Danny, say something.
Yeah. What's that?
I said,
I was just admiring some of the comments I'm seeing on here today.
Yeah, they all gone. They all gone. All those people have been. They're completely, utterly gone.
Launched.
I don't know what we had.
Actually, I grew up not too far from where Bruce is from.
Asbury Park.
Yeah, I'm one town. My high school was one town over from Asbury Park.
Do y'all hear that popping?
Yes,
I do.
I mean, it's Big Dawg Pop, but we shouldn't be popping. There we go.
unless it's corn.
Unless it's corn. So, Hyrule told a joke, by the way. Did you see this? What is the first hut? The captain asks. This, my house, the Englishman replies. And the second hut? That is where I go to church. And the third hut? Oh, that, the man says. That's where I go to church. And no, wait a minute. He continued it. And the third hut? Oh, that's where I go to church. and I haven't gone there in a year. I messed up the whole thing, but you can read it in chat. Sorry. How are y'all?
Great effort.
He started it. Yeah, I thought he continued it all here in the. But anyway, the guy doesn't go to church anymore. That's the joke of it. I ruined your joke, how are y'all? I'm sorry.
Was it a good joke, Rick?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
At least he gave an effort. I giggled. So Virginia Tech is opening with the Citadel next year. James Franklin's cooking.
Oh my God.
They're going to pay him $500,000. They're going to pay him $500,000 to come to Lane Stadium next year. How about that?
How much?
$500,000, which is actually Todd Grantham was telling me that's pretty cheap. Usually teams like that get about $1 million in today's market. So somehow he's got them coming up here for $500,000. So he cancels the JMU series the first week he's here, and then he wants to play VMI in a night game, and now he's got the Citadel coming in. So I asked the question again: why would anybody donate money to any of this? And if you're a season ticket holder, why would you buy tickets? If that's the product,
how about Lancaster Bible College? Are they free?
What is that doing for the fan? How's that giving back to anybody who's spending? And season tickets are going to go way, way up. Are you excited in any way, shape, or form if you're a Tech fan to go watch the Citadel open up, following up VMI this year? Your thoughts?
The Tech fans will be excited.
I guess. At least Wofford's not back on the schedule yet. So
I mean, they're going to be excited no matter, they can play Blacksburg High School. And they're going, as long as they can tailgate and have a good time and everything. And then
yeah.
Hey, Danny, how far are you from Monmouth
University?
Monmouth, I took my son up there. My son went to West Point. He didn't last long.
Yeah.
But they had Monmouth, and they had that feeder that if you were an athlete, you had to go through Monmouth. And so I've been to Monmouth, New Jersey.
Monmouth,
and,
this is about the college, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my father played baseball there when it was Monmouth College, and then my wife was a point guard there for Monmouth University, when it's now Monmouth University. And I used to live about a mile from Monmouth University in Long Branch.
Yeah, there's a military feeder school to West Point for athletes because you have to get a congressional appointment, whatever. Yeah. But my son went through athletics, and he had to go through Monmouth, wherever that training center for West
Fort
is.
Monmouth.
There you go.
Monmouth. That's where the new Netflix. That's where the new Netflix facility is going up, which is going to create a log jam of traffic and cars in that area.
Mike, I think that's your mic, by the way. Mike, that's your mic.
I do too, which is a great way for me to say goodnight because I got to go talk.
Another tech savvy. You're so tech savvy.
I got the
Mike.
Geiger counter going off.
You do have the Geiger counter.
He's radioactive.
Well, thanks for stopping by. You got to come more often. We're going to have a more direct plan as this thing develops here. But right now, it is a show about nothing.
Yeah, of course, I would have more technical problems here. So anyway, hey, it was a lot of fun talking to you guys. Some of you.
Hey, Mike, you need to come to the bash, Mike. I want to meet you.
I know, right?
I wish I could. I really do wish I could. You'll have to do one around basketball next year, so I can come down for that and something like that. Anyway,
all right.
Look at that. Now I'm disappearing again.
No, now you sound great.
The buzz there.
Yeah, now you sound great. Now you sound great. We'll see you in the morning.
Like I said, I'm using up all my material here. You guys made me do some of my stand-up for me. I'll send you my bill. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Hey, great talking to you guys. I do enjoy the show, and I'll tune in and watch more and just keep my mouth shut. All right.
All right. We'll see you in the morning.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
All right. Be good. Mike Ashley, he'll be back with us tomorrow morning. Coach Elmo, Mike, and Jen. Jen's back tomorrow. And tomorrow's peer pressure day for Jen to get her to the bash. So, Morris, you got to lay it on hard in chat tomorrow with Jen. So,
well, where's Elmo?
He couldn't be on tonight. He'll be back. He's back. He's gonna be back on in the morning.
Yeah, whenever you
Yep.
get him back on the pop, I got a beef to pick with him.
Well, you can hit him up in the morning. Well, you could do it. Yeah, next. I think he's. I don't know about next Thursday. I don't know. I don't think
No,
too far ahead.
I'll
So.
see him at the bash. We got to talk about that 1994 Gator Bowl.
The 94 Gator Bowl. Okay. All right.
It was here in Jacksonville, just north of us, but they were building the stadium. And they had to move it from Jacksonville, the stadium, over to Gainesville at the swamp. And Bud Foster tells a story about Coach Elmer tearing up his plan, his defensive plan in the middle. He was up in the box. The problem was they had a quarterback at Tennessee by the name of Peyton Manning.
Right.
And
He says he launched his career.
we have
Yeah.
Boris DeShazo. First damn thing DeShazo does, I was there at the game. And DeShazo throws a damn interception. First play of the game. And then Peyton Manning, he's Peyton Manning. He just starts picking apart. And I think that was one of those games, I think Bud Foster said that he tore up his defensive plan or whatever. Said, just fire me.
Yeah.
I love Coach Elba because he thinks getting fired is funny. For some reason,
he
he
does.
thinks, well, if you fire me, okay.
He
Get
does.
another job.
He does. He just kind of. He was a gypsy. He said he just. That's what he needed. He needed to go from place to place, leave his mark, move on to the next one. That's kind of what his niche was. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
It is.
And when you always get hired by big time Division I programs after
Right.
you've been fired, that tells you a little something too.
It sure does.
Correct.
Sure does.
And the thing is, like I said, I think I said something. I think some of it too is his intensity. It's a high. He's a fixer. He comes in and he fixes things. And he teaches, and it's very, very high intensity, and probably with some stat, when he's, that might wear thin on some people as time goes on, but they know what they're getting when they get him too.
100% they do.
And and the thing is, everywhere he's gone, defenses have improved.
They got better. They got a lot better
every time.
It was funny last week on this series or Pop. Denny was looking up and says, "You've been at like 16 stops." Coach Elman said, "No, it's 18."
Yeah. Denny did his research.
Yeah, it was just like, I was like, that's some bio, man. I was like, I said to him, did you ever unpack any of your suitcases wherever you were at?
And the thing, you just look at the list.
Not 16, it's 18.
18, yeah.
And you just look at the list of the coaches that he's coached under, and all that. It's amazing. And I know Rick said it a few times, and probably a couple other people too. You talk about a book that's in somebody.
Wait, you think about it. He takes a piece of something from all of them and molds it to his craft too.
Right.
Like I've spent more time as an assistant here in high school in New Jersey than I have as a head coach, and there's probably pieces of what I do from the people I've worked under over the years, and things that I do, in terms of offensive, defensive philosophy, for example, for baseball or softball, is pieces and parts of people I've worked under. For example, never get, always keep everything in front of me. You got let the other team hit 4 singles. I don't care. Don't let them hit a double, a triple, extra base hits. They kill you. Okay, keep the ball in front. I got that from the guy I worked for, and travel years ago. But yeah, that's an asset too for him to have. Like I said, just seeing how different programs were run, different philosophies. Yeah, that's definitely an asset.
And and going to what you said with Coach Almation, look at his first two coaches, Lou Holtz and Hank Norton.
Immediately.
I mean, how do you? That's just
If you could survive the practice, you're doing good.
yeah. But I mean, just the stuff that he picked up from those two. Um, and I know a lot of people, we know Hank Norton, but a lot of people nationally might not know about Hank Norton, but he's one of the all-time great coaches in the country ever. And just from what he picked up from those two, and then you go on to he coached for some little guys. What's that guy's name? Saban, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you just pick up stuff and
him and Alvarez and he's Saban at LSU, Alvarez at Wisconsin, Nebraska. I forget who he coached under there, but you're
Tom
exactly
Osborne.
right, David. He coached under some of the very best.
Yeah.
Tom
That's what I'm
Osborne,
saying.
right? Yeah.
I brag about getting fired 17 times too. Because I'm gonna say, okay, look who hired me. And it's a business where everybody gets fired.
Well, that's right.
I think that translates to business. I've been in the business world all my career, Denny, and what I've learned from just really good managers that they were in control of things. They had organizational management. They knew how to manage people, and they knew how to delegate. They could delegate authority down, and the people they had that they would put in place, they would handpick them, and they were good.
And it's amazing how quickly it goes the other way when you have an organization that has none of that from leadership.
Yep. Oh, go to shit.
Yeah.
Shanola in a hurry.
Yeah. Shows up pretty quickly.
Yes, it does.
Well, Morris, you must have picked something up along the way living down there in Florida, and what I can see, pretty nice view, and talking about going to play some golf and this and that. So you must have had some good mentors along the way there too.
Yes, sir.
We need to have the big dog thing at Morris's house and spend some of that Stowers money.
Get a Winnebago and load up and go, baby.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me. It's my wife. She's still back here working, right? In the back.
Like right now. Yeah.
And see, he's smart enough to know when to delegate the appreciation.
He did.
Again,
Yeah,
that's why I couldn't finish a marriage off,
It was so funny.
That's smart.
This is what's funny. So everybody is either, I got married. It's been a little over a month. So it was funny. Everybody's been very positive and great. And then Coach Mabry, when we talked about it, may have been first pop, second pop. You're right. So you decided to do that again, huh? I was like, yeah, was that a mistake? Well, good luck. It was great.
I'll tell you the guys this, and I learned this from, and I'm not bragging about it, but Zig Ziglar was probably my second father. My dad passed away a long time ago, but I got to know Zig Ziglar well, and great business person, motivator, and all that. But he taught me early that you have to get your people that are working for you to respect you. If they don't think you've done it before or you can do it, they're going to have a hard time respecting it. And the one thing he taught me, and I took this into business when I go into a new bank or whatever, taking over a group, and you're always trying to feel each other out. So we're sitting around the boardroom. I had the last banking job I had 10 people in the department. So when I come in, they're all sitting around the table and we're all trying to feel each other out. And what do you do? This type thing, backgrounds and all that. Invariably, when I would do that, they would come and say, what do you want from us? And I always had the same answer. I said, I put a legal pad and a pen in front of you. What do you do the day before vacation? The day before vacation, when you're going on vacation, you're going to 1, 2, 3, all the way to 20. And you're going to write down, I got to do this. I got to finish that. I got to do this. I can't leave that for my coworkers. I said, I will never play in your sandbox. And if I do and I'm over your shoulder, it's not good. Work every day like it's the day before vacation. And you will never hear from me because you're doing your job. I've had so many people over the years using that would come back and say, you know what? It's the simplest form of organizational management. I have to do X, Y, Z, and most people don't write that shit down. Write it down, stay on course, do it every day, and you won't be in trouble. Anyway, that's all I'd say about that.
That's all right. We've lost our way with leadership. It shows up every day in the NCAA, or what used to be the NCAA. I mean, it just nobody's like that anymore. Very few people. I won't say nobody. Very few people are like that anymore. Like what you said, it's just not there. It's not. Everybody gets paid, and that's all they care about. They're getting paid. They don't care about they're getting paid.
They want a paycheck.
Correct, and they do enough to make sure they keep getting paid. Doesn't matter about the people under them. It doesn't matter about any of it.
We had back in the day when I was working for SunTrust, we had about every 18 months they'd come up with a new program. They want to change it or do whatever. So I had some of my office staff and they were bitching about, man, they got a new program or whatever. I said, listen, we're working for corporate America, and corporate America has seagull management. They said, well, what's that? I said, seagull management is when corporate comes in, drops a bunch of shit, and they leave. And you have to figure it out. So it's just get the seagull shit, figure it out. I mean, drop a bunch of shit, then they're gone. And then 18 months later, they'll change it again. Misery is change is inevitable. Misery is optional.
Wayne says, Morris, we all know the claims people do the real work in insurance.
Tell Wayne to get a real job.
Come on,
Morris.
Wayne.
Who did you work for?
I've worked for the nationwide companies out of Columbus and SunTrust out of Atlanta, Georgia, and Gibraltar, a private bank in Coral Gables, Florida.
Okay.
And I've been independent. I've worked independently as well.
Insurance work, you mean?
Did insurance and banking. It's been my background.
My father did 30 some odd years. He might be watching this right now. He did 30 plus years with Hartford.
Great company. Yeah, good company. I think Hartford's done mostly commercial insurance, but good company. Hartford, the Travelers, I think a bunch of those came out of Hartford, Connecticut.
Hey, joining us down the stretch run here, our final half hour or so. Look, we got C. Lester back in the house. Guess what? He's got a new son-in-law.
Oh, yeah, I do. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man? How
Doing
are you,
well.
brother?
Hey, man, y'all talking about insurance. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be an interesting conversation. What did I pop in on?
Hey, speaking of conversations, tell us exactly what you sat down with the new son-in-law and warned him about. I mean, talk to him about when he married your daughter.
Hey, listen, those conversations are always funny because no matter what, you don't like this guy. He's taking away your daughter, no matter what it is. And, but he's a big kid. Matter of fact, he's in the Air Force like my daughter. He's about 30 years old. Yeah. But he's like 6'5", 275. He's a monster. Matter of fact, he played football at the Citadel. And so me and my sons were like, if we really got to get at him, we're going to have to baseball bat him because he's a big kid. But, man, hey, man, he loves my daughter, man. I mean, nobody's perfect, man. And just getting to know him and welcoming him into our family, into our fold. It's a good deal. But I mean, basically my conversation is the way you treat your mother, right? The way I want you to treat my daughter with the same
There you
respect,
go.
love, and adoration that you have for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But he has this delusional mindset that, oh well, we're never gonna argue. I'm like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, sure you are. No problem. It's no problem.
Look at Dwight. Dwight is
Yeah.
dying laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up,
man. I
DD?
mean, hey, what's up? What's up, big fella? So he's under this perception. Not much. He's under this perception. Oh, we're never gonna argue. Yeah, I said okay. I said,
good
listen.
luck.
What I shared with him in the best way I could, I said, nothing that has ever grown has not grown without friction. I said, you lift weights, you go to the gym, you work out, you have to have resistance between the muscles and the weight. I said, and by doing that, you grow. So don't think that it's any different when it definitely comes to marriage, when you got two different people with two different backgrounds and y'all think y'all gonna work. But I said, it can work if you're willing to work, but it's work. And he's like, yeah,
Did he come to you and ask you for his daughter's hand?
He did. He did do that.
Well,
He
then there
did
you
do
go.
that. Yeah, the kids
that.
gotta. Yeah, I mean, listen, it was already done. We was already buying tickets to go to San Francisco. Which that was just he did it afterwards. It was really kind of a gesture for him to do it afterwards. It's already decided. I'm $6,000 in. Shit, okay, yeah. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, we'll see. It's good to go, right?
Yeah.
I had two guys. I had two guys ask in a 3-month span ask for two of my daughter's hands. And it was funny. You know, I got a kick because I knew why they were coming. They wanted to come visit me out of the blue. And of course, they both come in at different times. They bring me a bottle of bourbon. And I'm sitting there.
Well, I mean, they started it right, though. They started off right. He did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he brought me was.
Yeah, I liked all that.
Yeah.
But when they start stuttering and everything, you know it's getting a little, you know. But I thought that was pretty cool though.
Yeah, he did it the right way, man. He's a good kid, man. It's just, you know, it was supposed to be. Man, I'm super excited about it. It was supposed to be. They were supposed to elope and then come and tell us. Then I could have been better prepared for it. But then they chipped into my Virginia Tech on the road money. So now I got to go hustle that money back up. I had that all set aside. So, but I'm super excited about him. I'm excited about it.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
I have to tell you, buddy. When you first came on the last podcast or whatever you're on, that star behind you, I thought you were from Roanoke.
No,
I didn't know it was
no.
a damn Dallas thing. I thought you were from Roanoke.
Hey, listen. I'm sold out. You know, like the big fella there, his only team is Virginia Tech. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1977, man. And I understand it. Yeah, I understand it. I understand the sickness that I'm in. I wear shades. I wear lipstick. I know I'm going to get beat up in these streets. I understand it all. And so when people come and tell me, oh, you haven't won in 30 years, I said, then you still haven't passed us in 30 years. What's that say about y'all? You know, I got to be quick, man, but it is what it is, man. You know, I love this. I love the football team. Not crazy about the owner, but, you know, I didn't put up the money to buy the team. He did.
Right. That's
so
right.
I got to just deal with it.
That's
you know,
right.
there have been times that y'all hated Pat Bowlen. You know, I know it as Commanders fans, they hated Snyder. Hey, man, you know, my guy just made everybody wealthy. So they can hate him all they want to. But he turned around and made them all wealthy.
I think the thing about Cowboys fans, it's not the team. You gotta respect what they did, but I always get irritated from August to February, March, because they win one game and they talk like it's 1987 or 1970. They win one game against San Fran or whatever, and they just all fan bases talk, but the Cowboy fans, how they go, you see it on Facebook, Twitter. Instagram, how about them boys, them Cowboys, we them boys. I'm like, yo, that's when people bring up the 30-year drought. Because it's like, why are you talking? Like, I never understood the post-era America's team motto because I knew my mom's a Cowboy fan. I understood what it meant in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, you know, but post that era, it was America's team were the Patriots. Not whether you like them or not, I'm just talking about as far as dominance, you know, and it's like the Cowboys I never was a Cowboy fan, but I loved Irvin. I love his passion. I love Deion. Their documentary on Netflix didn't even do it justice because I grew up during that. I remember how crazy the White House was. Do you know what I'm saying? But they get online and they talk. They flood the radio stations. I'm telling you right now, Rick, this is our year. We just Dak Prescott. We just won our preseason game. We beat the Broncos 31-16. Nobody's going to stop us. We're so good. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
Listen,
you don't do that,
there is no fan base that it's every year it's our year. But the thing about it is that they move the needle so much, Dwight, is that and they move the needle. So when they start talking, because everybody wants to see them, either you love them or you hate them. There is no in between. There is no in between when it comes to
Yankees, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Duke basketball, Kentucky basketball, the Cowboys, and the Lakers. I get it. A lot of work, and Rick, and I get it. I just sometimes want to hear somebody with a different perspective. I understand because when they're on, that's why I'm a watch. I'm just watching because you're going to see Jerry come down with his arms folded, mad, chewing on his tongue because he can't believe they're losing. And they're going to have so much talent and expectations. And even though I think he's annoying beyond annoying, Stephen A. is going to control them because they're going to give you something. Like it's always something. Romo's going to drop a ball or Des Bryant. It's just they are the best reality TV show. I respect the franchise a lot because my mom was a Cowboy fan. But again, I want to preface this: it's their fans.
But you know, everybody's got an annoying fan base. Like I think the 49ers fan base is annoying. But I think the problem is, or if it's not the problem, it's just we're easy to say because we're always out in front. It's important. Cleveland loses all the time. Nobody gives a damn. You know what I'm saying?
The Browns don't have any expectations. The Jets and the Browns have been rebuilding since I had hair in Blacksburg.
That's what I'm saying. So nobody cares if they lose. But if the Cowboys lose, then it's something they can push for 3. The Cowboys had a losing record last year, and they were still top billing and rating for people talking about it, which to me is goofy. So
but Chris, you gotta understand. A lot of them are on the talking heads. They do it to themselves. Like right now, in about 5 more weeks, it's going to be somebody that's going to come on some Colin Cowherd show or some Twitter space and say, "I got the Cowboys, Jim, going all the way." Watch, and then all of a sudden, the reason why the 49ers talk respectfully, my cousin is not Mike, my other one is a 49ers fan. Respectfully, in the last 8 years, they've been to 2 Super Bowls. So you kind of got to respect. The one thing that made the Cowboys, we them boys, how about them Cowboys? Because Jimmy was winning.
Hey, the Cowboys and the Hokies are trying to do the same thing. Make new memories. We're trying to make new memories, White. You know? And so, hey, listen. Dwight is laughing because in our group text, whenever I get excited and I'm talking, we're gonna do this. Dwight said, we still suck. We ain't won nothing. So quit. We got to make new memories. So whenever I get excited, I just say, hey, make new memories. That's all it is.
And Cowboys fans, I talk about Virginia Tech football.
Hey, listen, guys. This 2 things I gotta say, and Wayne will love this. Any individual can take the Browns to the Super Bowl. That's number 1. Number 2, I have been a Miami Dolphins fan. Don Struck got drafted in 73.
Wow.
I don't want to hear your shit about a drought or anything like that. I've been waiting since Don Shula was the coach.
Listen,
I mean,
I
we've had a long drought.
yeah. Hey, rest in power for Mercury Morris, but I used to hate to see him every year pop champagne every freaking year when people lost. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate that. I used to be like, man, sit your ass down somewhere.
I
Get
couldn't
that
stand
record
it either.
broken.
I couldn't
Man,
stand
I
it
used to
either.
dude,
Hey,
he
but
used to drive me
listen,
crazy with that.
did y'all see the Cowboys documentary that was on Netflix several months ago? It was
I've
fairly
not.
well done. I will tell you, it amazes me as I get older and older, no matter if it's a music legendary band or a corporation, the ego will tear something great down. Jimmy
Man,
Johnson
man,
and the owner
bro,
Jerry Jones. I'm like, man, dude,
man.
the Cowboys would have continued to dominate. They probably
They,
would have gotten 2 more,
they
maybe
would have,
3.
but here was the thing, Dwight, and I vowed I wasn't gonna watch it, but I'm a sticker, so I watched it anyway, right? Because I know all those stories. I know all those stories. But the thing happened was the salary. The reason why the Patriots are so amazing, and with Bill Belichick, even though he's doing a terrible job in UNC, what he was so good at is he was able to navigate the salary cap era. Anybody who could navigate the salary cap, like get the most out of a guy, and at the very end, right before he starts to decline, get rid of him.
He got rid of
And
him.
he got rid of him. Seymour, Ty Law, all those guys, he got rid of them. And that's what he was great at.
Wes Welker.
Wells Welker, he got rid of him. So he turned, and that's what made them great. But also, he had a maniac for a quarterback that always walked around with the kind of chip on his shoulder that Jordan had on his shoulder. He just thought of stuff to have a art against somebody, and that was the key to it when Brady. So
They were the same, weren't they? You're right.
Oh yeah, they were.
Jordan
Yeah.
and Brady were the same.
Absolutely, they were absolutely the same because both of them felt well. Jordan did it just to push himself. Pick 199. Pick 199. He ain't gonna never forget that.
Yeah.
He would never forget that. No matter how great he's become, he always remember, man, they passed him over. They passed him over 7 times. 7.
Dude, you got to admit, Tom Brady said he felt all those balls and they were inflated correctly.
Hey, listen, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So,
Listen, I told Brady's my GOAT, and I love Montana.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what I tell people. When Brady found out, when they took the balls or whatever, and they put the other balls in the second half, he still lit the Colts up.
Still set him on
like
fire.
He fell off.
Right.
Man, listen.
He still had to throw it.
I tell the casual fans this. I don't speak on baseball or basketball, but I know, basketball is my favorite sport. If the average casual fan really knew what was going on Sundays in the NFL, and that's why I tell people, man, y'all fall in love with these, man, the amount of finagling and cheating and finessing and all this stuff that goes on, the average fan has no idea. And I'm not, listen, the NFL is going to protect this shield.
Absolutely.
But don't talk to me about integrity. I got 2 friends of mine that work on the NFL Players Association. They get lawsuits weekly because of negligent medical practices.
Man,
the NFL makes more money than any pro sport, let alone makes more than 3 of them combined. The NFL does, yet they have the worst benefit packages.
They do.
Yes.
They got guys CTE and other spinal, and then they tell them to go play, and they won't let you go see an independent doctor, so they want to make sure you're clear. Me with that, man.
Dude, hey, listen. Yeah, I mean, Dwight, you spot on, dude. I mean, you have that, and you've said this before, you said this to me, and I've always believed you. It's the hardest league to get into. You realize, and everything that you give up to get into it is insane. And it's terrible, bro. It's terrible, man. Them cats is fighting like, when these guys get signed by the franchise tag and stuff like that, dude, they are literally putting their lives in harm's way every second they're underneath that thing.
I got a friend. I'm not gonna say his name. He played at Tech, and he's a close friend of mine. He played in the league for about 3 or 4 years. He told me he's still sometimes driving home, forgets where he's going.
God
You know what I'm
dang.
saying?
Yeah, I believe it.
Wow.
I believe it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just turned 50 this year. I'm just telling you, like I remember when my son, who was a dynamic track football and basketball athlete in middle school, and he came downstairs and it's like he wanted to focus on basketball, which makes sense to me. He's 6'8" right now, playing D1.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I remember being relieved. As much as I love football,
Mhm.
and the safety procedures and protocols are 10 times, probably 15 times better than when I played, with the heat advisories, concussion protocol, the limited practices. Still, with that being said, it's one of the few sports like hockey and football and boxing, at any moment, whether it be practice or game day, you can suffer a catastrophic injury at any moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Think about that. Yet they have the worst benefit packages. Health insurance is horrific.
The worst PA. Yeah, the worst PA. You know, the players association have the worst players association. Definitely the worst representation. Because if DeMaurice Smith is still running it, man, I got
another teammate that played at Tech. He was in the league with I won't say the teams. I mean, he posted that he has this on Facebook, but he's got Parkinson's.
Wow.
And I think it stems from, I know it can happen, whatever. I'm not a biologist or a scientist or a doctor, but Brett Favre, I believe, also has Parkinson's, doesn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he developed part. Yeah, I think so.
So
wow.
I'm not saying Rick. You my brother and my friend. I'm not trying to make it like hot takes on this live. We're speaking as men, as brothers that come together because we love you. I'm just saying that I'm glad there's more and more research coming out, because I think, yes, if you choose to play, you play at your own risk, but educate these kids and players on what you're risking. That's all I'm saying. Just like when you go to Sky Zone, they say, hey, sign this waiver because you can break your leg. So sign this waiver.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Hey, Dwight, you know what movie I was just thinking about when you said the average fan doesn't think about, I can say a thing with baseball when I played, we in the minors, they didn't care, the major league guys we knew what they were taking, but we couldn't take it. They could take it, we couldn't take it. But thinking about football, the movie that popped up in my head about that the things you just touched on was Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
Like the shark, the Lawrence Taylor. He made that decision in the movie. I'm playing this game. I've got to get my sack, and I get my $1 million bonus. And he ended up getting carted off the field. And he goes, "Lord to me, I worked $1 million."
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Hey man, that's one of my favorite movies too, and that's Rick knows I'm a movie guy. That I saw that when I was still playing, and I might have been a year removed. Yeah, I was a year. I was trying to get back in the league. I was doing arena football, and I saw that in Jacksonville, Florida. I was home down there in the holidays visiting my grandmother and my aunt. And my parents were with me. We watched it. They were like, "Is that how it is?" I said, "Well,
where are you going?"
From what I know, yes. Like, I mean, Lawrence Taylor, Jim Brown, those guys were in the movie. Man, that was a great movie.
Remember the doctor though? The doctor,
I do like
that
that
you were
movie.
saying about. Look at the doctor. The doctor was saying, "Oh no, he's fine. He can play." I need to go. No, you're good. He's good to go.
Yep.
Hey, listen. We're around the same age. I tell my son, because they found at the time, he's good, but I told him, thank God, he was mad. I said, no. In the 80s and 90s, the physical was turn your head and cough. That was it.
Yep.
That was
we didn't get no blood pressure, no urine, no blood. It was like, come in here, hurry up. And they took the paper, here, put it right here. Come over here, turn here, drop your shorts, cough. You're good to go.
Oh,
you're good.
Oh, you're good. You straight. Go get it.
Did Tyrod Taylor ever pursue anything after the doctor collapsed his lung?
He could the negligence. He didn't. Yeah. He didn't pursue it. He got his lung punctured.
Yeah.
He didn't pursue it.
Yep.
Let me tell you something, man. I've known Tyrod since he was 6 years old. All time, forget hokey, favorite person. That guy is class personified.
Absolutely.
Tyrod. I've never heard him complain because, he took the Buffalo Bills when he was a starter to their first playoff appearance in 20 plus years. He made the Pro Bowl that year, and they drafted Josh Allen. He went to Cleveland, and the owner and them pushed for the kid from Oklahoma to start over him after Tyrod came in there. What's his name? He's at Tampa now. The
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
And
yes,
everywhere he went, he comes in, he makes plays, but then he always has those unfortunate injuries. I mean, he came in that one year for the Giants and did great. And then they
put the DeVecchio kid or whatever that kid's name was.
Vito.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
How do you want to get some commercials out of that?
Yeah. But I mean, Tyrod's class.
Do you think wants to? Do you think he wants to get into coaching at some point? Because I think he'd be ideal if he would want to do that. He may not. But
when I talk to Tyrod, he's always in the moment. I know he's got his fashion. He got a fashion thing he does with contracts. That he was just in our hometown where we're from in Hampton. We both went to Hampton High. He just did like a camp at Darling Stadium with a bunch of other kids.
Yeah, they posted that
all
too.
over the internet. He was doing the drills and stuff. I think he would be a great coach. Now, here's my pushback, though, Rick. I keep it real when you and I talk. And I talked to my cousin Mike. I talked to Anthony Midget. I talked to Jared. All these guys all over the Division I and Division II landscape. Just like I learned in 2008, coaching ain't no joke.
Man.
I don't care if people talking about, they're making six figures or they're making more than I'm making. I don't give a damn. If y'all understand coaching, you have to, especially not to pick on today's kids, but these kids are different. These kids with ChatGPT, TikTok, and distractions and Love Island, you dealing with again, I went to practice. I didn't even know what time and day it was. We was out there running, guys passing out. You just did what you was told. You talk to a kid now. I got a friend that was coaching in Fairfax County. They stayed out during the rain. Baseball coach stayed out during the rain and kept practicing. When the kids went home, you know how you wash your dishes, your skins get wrinkly? Made his mom take him to the hospital. He got investigated for abuse and got suspended, eventually fired for practicing in the rain.
Sounds about right.
So,
yeah. Go ahead, Dwight. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so Tyrod, Rick, Coach David would be a great coach because he's great with people. But
he would be.
I think you have to have some of my background as a therapist to be able to adjust to your personnel.
I think that's true.
Almation, when he walked in a room, it wasn't about the yelling and profanity. It was about accountability. Somebody and me and Chris talk respectfully to bring it back to Tech or Radford. You and Keon talk about this, Rick, when Keon comes on with Bradford basketball. Some of these young men and young women, it's all about the team of me.
Yes.
You can't be held accountable. They go right to 100%. Twitter. Oh, they sleeping on me. Time to take my talents to this school.
You know what?
I'm humble and blessed, but I'm leaving.
Right.
Hey, he's right. But I think Dwight, I think these kids do want to be coached hard. I think some of them want to be coached hard.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing, and I think me and you talked about this so many times. Some of these guys that are on this team right now, they've lost more than they've ever lost in their lives.
Yes.
They don't know what it is to lose like this, man. They don't. They're like, like they've won all through high school. And now they're here. And I think more than anything, they just want to have an opportunity to contribute. So, and we talked about this before, the atmosphere that Coach Franklin has brought, he's put the pressure on them, but it's something I think they needed, because I think above all else, and I love Brenton Pry to life, but he was in over his head with this thing. He was in over his head, and as much as Rick likes to beat on him, he sucks. Listen.
Rick is accountability. Rick is my accountability partner.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I keep Rick on. He's my friend, and because when the guests come on, even if he don't agree, he gonna say what he feel, but he's speaking on facts.
Listen.
Rick is my guy.
Hey man,
it's too many lies being told on these sports talk shows now, man.
Hey man, I fuss at Rick so much when I'm sitting there in the chat. I'd be on Rick's behind, but Rick is here we go.
Hey, I
Rick
got a
will
stat.
stand on business.
Here's my stat. You ready for my stat? I was going to unveil this tomorrow. 137
I'll do
teams
that
in
one.
Division I football, right?
Right.
Last year, Virginia Tech's defense gave up 3.23 points per drive last year.
Man,
Guess where that ranked of 137 teams?
138.
136.
Yeah. Oh, listen, and that's why. And so I'm gonna share this with y'all. Dwight knows. I'm not about the rah guy. I'm not about the guy who stands in front of the podium, in front of everybody, and he wants to say the right thing. I need, in the immortal words of Mike Singletary, I need winners. I need winners. I need guys who played at a high level. And Dwight has said this to me before. We've talked about it. I'm willing to play the young kid if he's better. So some of the guys that they're promoting, I'm like, play the young kid. Because if I'm gonna lose, I'd rather lose with the young kid who's gonna have an opportunity to come back next year and try to redeem himself.
And I agree. And I'll just add, from a fan, I may not have a favorite team all over, MLB or hockey or base, whatever, but I will say one thing I do miss. I can adjust to the NIL or guys in baseball making $400 million. It is what it is. If they can get it, get it. But what I do miss is the journey of watching a player, male or female, become great. The moment somebody has a great game in any professional sport, baseball, football, basketball, NASCAR, when Danica Patrick came on the scene, they immediately start saying she was up there with the greats, right? The baseball, somebody has a good first season. How does he compare to the greats? It's like, I miss being able to see the formulation, the journey of someone becoming great. Like Wemby, they already had polls and debates about, is he this? Is Shaq? He's the most. I was like, man, come on, let's just allow this to happen. We don't know. Like, how do we know if this is the best pitcher of all time? Or it's one season. It's the same thing. Like, the great thing about my cousin, when Mike came on the scene, it was a surprise because he came out of nowhere, unless you kind of followed high school. And even then it was like, wow, this kid is pretty good. Wow, this guy's a man. He wasn't an icon before he played. Like the overhype and manufactured narratives that they do now takes away from the enjoyment, because you end up kind of not liking the player based off the narrative from the media. Or, Jordan could never. I'm like, it's like, wait, I remember I got in a heated argument one time, was all hanging out in Alexandria, right outside DC. And LeBron was playing on the ESPN. This is when ESPN started showing high school basketball and football on their channel. And I had a guy tell me, we was about 8 of us in there. He was, oh, right now you got to tell he's the best high school player I've ever seen. I said, what? I said, based off what? Look who and he was like, I mean, who would you? I said, first of all, don't pull out my resume. I played against Allen Iverson in high school. Okay.
Right.
So, don't tell me that he's better. Well, just what he's doing. I said, oh my God. Like, I didn't see Lou Alcindor or whatever, but I just feel like there was a time where we got to watch the journey take place, right? And I think sometimes that takes away from it. That's just my pet peeve. I text Rick about that all the time. Like, this guy's the best. I'm like, how do we know? Like, I knew Caitlin Clark was one of the best shooters I've ever seen. When I saw her, my son told me about her before she started to blow up. But I think because she was at Iowa and you saw her progressions, and then she took a team and put it on her back, that was a cool story. But then the media, like they always do, started to make it about her versus Angel Reese. And I'm like, why are y'all doing it? They play 2 different positions. Angel Reese can't score more than me. So why y'all trying to make it about her? And they ruined it. They ruined it every time.
They ruined it. They ruined it. The media always ruins it. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I think too, Rick. You were talking about Virginia Tech and their defense last year, 134th. whatever they were, at the bottom row. Now we have Brent Pry back as defensive coordinator. And is he going to move that needle all the way back to where the ranking is now in recruiting and all that? There's a lot of questions about Virginia Tech. Can Franklin pull this off and Brent Pry come back in as defensive coordinator, which apparently he done a pretty good job at Penn State? I mean, they've got a long way to move that needle back to get a top 25 or 24 or have a chance at maybe making the playoffs. There's a lot of unanswered questions there, in my opinion.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think you're not wrong in what you're saying, but here's the one thing that we can attest to: there's a higher level of talent on this football team than there has been since he got there. Since he got there, especially on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, listen, everybody's gonna go back and forth with the deal with Kyron from 2023 to 24 to 25. You're gonna be able to blame the offensive line. I know Dwight's gonna blame the offensive line without question. But the offensive line, the lack of players that we got there, I just think 26 is like the kind of like the launch pad. 27, that'll be the third year, God willing, for Matt Moore to be here, and then you're going to be able to start seeing that offensive line really start dominating. If y'all get back to it, if you look at Mario Cristobal, the thing that he worked on more than anything else down in Miami was to get the trenches right.
Yes.
He worked to get his trenches together, and him doing that was really the runway for everything else to happen. You can have the great running backs we talk about, the Kevin Joneses, the Ryan Williamses, all these guys that are historic in Tech, because they had really, really good offensive linemen that understood that they could assault a man on every play and not go to jail. And that's what has to start happening with these young guys we have here. And I think they finally have the bodies to do it. We're no longer taking a tweener guy and trying to make him into something. Either he is or he isn't. And I think Moore knows what he wants and what he has. And I think of all the coaches they brought in, for me, it was the strength and conditioning guys. The strength and conditioning guys were the guys that had to get here and change things. Keeping Jared Ferguson was huge, but Chuck Losey is the real deal. He's the closest thing to Mike Gentry that I fantasize that he could be. He is the absolute closest thing, man. And
I'll just add.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump off, Rick. Yeah, but I'm gonna just say this real quick. I believe Chris, and I got 3 or 4 guys on that staff that are close friends of mine, guys I played with, known since I was 17, 18 years old. I just don't like, and this is going to sound weird, but he's earned it. I wish, and it's not Franklin's fault, I wish there was no hype around Tech, because historically Tech, even going back past during my era, when we have the hype or we're a dark horse, we find a way to wet the bed. I remember in 2005, the most anticipated game in Lane Stadium history was when Virginia Tech hosted Miami. And this is the peak Miami-Virginia Tech rivalry with Darryl Tapp, my cousin Marcus Vick at quarterback, and Percy Harvin, and over 200 recruits were in attendance. And it was game day. It was televised by ESPN. And Tech was a better team. And ironically, Tech still went to the ACC championship game. But that game, they got boat race. We had 7 turnovers. Marcus had 5 or 6 of them. Yep. And they ran through us. This is a Miami team that Tech during that time dominated. The roles were reversed. And it was the hype. I remember Herb Street and everybody kept talking about Tech wins this game. They're showing for the national championship. And we wet the bed. And then we get a second chance because Miami loses at home to Georgia Tech. And then we go to the ACC championship game where Florida State came into that game losing 4 out of 5 games. 4 out of 5 games. Bobby Bowden was trucking along. They wanted him fired. They wanted him gone. Tech lost the game 27-22. and it was their inaugural year for the ACC championship. The previous year, Tech won it in 04. They lost the game in 05, and they were favored, and they were better than Florida State. We would have gone on, if we won that game, to play Penn State in the Orange Bowl, but ABC, ESPN, and Disney got the premier matchup between Bowden and Paterno. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech goes on.
I was at that game.
Meanwhile, Virginia Tech goes on to play Louisville in the Gator Bowl, where we won, but it was almost like you thought she were going to get you some, but she gave you a strong hug. Your girl gave you a hug. You thought you were going to get something.
Good night. Good night, honey.
Good night.
We got
Thanks for the
friends.
time.
So to me, when I keep saying, hey, man, watch out for the Hokies, I'm like, please stop. Don't. I want us to be slept on. I want us to be be a quiet storm. I don't think because you said yourself, Chris, the kids are talented, but like I tell Rick all the time when he has me on, they gotta learn and know how to win. When I came to Tech, winning was established, and I came from arguably the best high school football program in Virginia history. I knew how to win.
Absolutely.
And the guys ahead of me, Maurice Shazo, Antonio Freeman, Jim Pond, showed me how to win. So by the time it was time for me to play, I knew how to win. Whether you play baseball, gymnastics, football, basketball, whatever, that's called culture. And that's what I'm looking for, culture.
Yes.
I don't care about the uniform combo. I don't care about none of that. I want to see a win. I want to see, you said somebody get assaulted. I want to be hated. I remember we were hated. I want to be hated again.
Right.
I miss being hated. You know? Anyway, Ray, see y'all, man. I'm about to go downstairs and see what the family talking about, man. I'm gonna still watch, but I gotta jump off, man.
That's all right.
Thank you.
I gotta get off as well.
Yeah,
always good seeing you, big fella.
Thanks, brother. We'll see you next week. There you go.
I love you guys.
Yeah, great stuff, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I gotta get off.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all be good, man. Y'all be good.
Thanks. Hey, good to see everybody. Thanks, C. Lester. Good to have you back, brother. Glad
Hey,
everything
man.
went well.
Anytime. Yeah,
Hey,
man. Everything went great.
Thrilled to death for you and your family, man. That's awesome.
Hey,
That's
man.
great.
I appreciate it, Rick, man. Y'all have a great night, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man.
All right, man. Be
Hey,
good.
Chris.
DVP, Coach Mabry, thank you guys. That was fun, man. That was fun. That was a fun night. I think this thing's getting. We're hitting a stride. Like you said, we're going to steal that, Diddy. We're going to copy Seinfeld. It is. It's a show about nothing, but hey, that's good. That's what it's supposed to.
Hey, we're picking up more people to block.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, that's true. People were stopping by, just popping up everywhere. Yeah, no pun intended.
When we got on the insurance, that's when the ratings.
I tell you what,
it blew all to hell.
I don't know about you guys. I could listen to Dwight and Chris like when they just start talking about that. It's just you just like a sponge, man. You just.
I told you yesterday when they.
It's so good.
Especially when Dwight gets going and these cats get going. I just, there's no sense.
So good. Yeah.
Don't try and interrupt them. Just soak in what they're saying.
I know.
Something
so
Dwight
good.
was talking about there at the end, and I've heard you've had Alex Guerra on, and he's brought it up too. I think it's what Dwight was alluding to. Alex said it. Alex says that winning's hard.
Yeah.
Right. Winning is hard.
And very hard.
And I remember the days that Dwight's talking about where Virginia Tech was expected to win. And now it doesn't seem, the last few years obviously hasn't been there. And those guys don't know how to win. The talent might be there, but they don't know how to win.
And that's what Franklin has to show them. Exactly right. Exactly right.
And the big thing, too, that I think is going to hurt, I hope it doesn't hurt them. But and Dwight was alluding to it tonight, is the expectations.
The hype.
How unfair, just with stuff we've already heard from people.
That was such a big story. It became, the expression we were using last week was, the toothpaste is out of the tube. That was the big story up until Lane Kiffin did what he did. That was the big story in college football. But this is, they're expecting him to flip the script there's a lot of people out there expecting him to come into Blacksburg and flip the script of the last 2 years.
Yeah,
and we all
And
know
that's
that, and we all know the
and
Tech
as soon as
fans are
if God
patient.
forbid they take a loss,
Yeah, right.
they shouldn't. It's all going to be like, we told you this was going to, like I said, I'm waiting for the first time, I'm waiting for the first time that Tech gives up maybe a 5-6 touchdown game, 500-600 yards of offense. Now people are start going, maybe we should have kept him around.
Be the same people. Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And Dwight
Yeah.
said that a lot too. Yeah, it's the same people that are saying
But,
all these great
it's
things now
also
will
different.
immediately turn. They'll immediately turn. Yep.
And the things he was also talking about was, the athletes and the teams. They also didn't play or didn't happen in the current environment that we're in with social media.
Yeah, it's changed the whole thing. It's
this show
changed
right here. Yeah,
It's
you
changed,
got
yeah.
everybody's sharing stuff through. I mean, you think about some of these people. How much do you think some of these players or teams notoriety they would have gotten? It wouldn't have been in today's day and age of technology and social media.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. All right, gentlemen, you have a good night. Thanks so much as always. We'll probably do it again next Thursday, so make your plans.
All right.
All right, guys, take care.
All right. See y'all.
Be good. There you go. Thanks, DVP. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everybody. Dwight, Christopher Lester. Thanks, Morris. Wayne, you in chat. Prometheus, everybody in chat. Callie, what's up? Who don't? You're back. We're all back, and we're all leaving. Thanks for watching, everybody. This will be on the channel. Go back and watch. Please subscribe. We'll have some highlights up on the channel as well. We'll see you tomorrow, the Finally Friday edition. Join us tomorrow morning, Eastern time. Who don't? 6 to 8:30 a.m. Coach Elmo, Mike Ashley with Open Mic, Jen the Gamecock Girl. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. We popped episode 4. We'll see you.